Good morning, Believe Nation. Today's message is, do you really want it? Over to you, George R.R. Martin.
I wake up every morning. Espresso keep me going.
Ask yourself, what if no one ever bought any of my work? What if I'm never going to sell a book or publish a book or a short story? Are you going to continue to write? And if the answer is yes, because I have to, then yeah, then you are a writer. And whether you'll sell or not, I can't know. But if there are stories in you that have to get out, you want to put them down on the paper, whether you ever get the affirmation of a contract or a book in your hand or being on the bestseller list, if you still have to tell your stories, then you're a writer. If you can give it up, then it probably would be an act of sanity to learn accounting or something like that.
I think this lesson applies to everybody in the early stages of entrepreneurship. Whether you want to be a writer, whether you want to be a musician, whether you want to be an actor, whether you want to be an innovator, whether you want to be a YouTuber, whether you want to make chairs, whether you want to be a dancer, whatever it is, expect little to no traction at the beginning. When I first started my entrepreneurship career, my first business in the biotech software company, I was making $300 a month. We had zero traction built up, and I could not live with the idea of not knowing. And so even though I had these high-paying jobs available to me, I had to say, no, I'm putting that on hold because I need to try this out. I'm okay with it not working, but I'm not okay with not knowing. I had to give it a shot. So we kept going, and it ended up working out. For my first kind of speaking gig, being an entrepreneur expert and giving some advice to people, the first event was free. And it had 3 people show up at my local YMCA, 3 people. And I put all of this work and energy and love into making it happen. And only 3 people showed up, and my heart sank walking into that room and seeing nobody show up for a free thing. And logically you're thinking, if only 3 people show up to your first free event, how are you ever gonna charge for this, right? How is this ever gonna be a business? And for me, I didn't care. I didn't care if it even ever became a business. I loved it. I loved helping those 3 people out. And then with time it grew. 3 became 5, became 8, became 20, became 30, it just kept growing up to then starting on the YouTube channel. When I started on the YouTube channel, I had no results. Go back and look at my first videos. No comments, little views. I just liked the process of doing it. And I think that's what's so important. You have to not be just attached to the goal of something working out. You have to be attached to the process of doing the work. If you really, 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 really want to do it, then you'll find time to go out and do it. And that's a trait that you'll find in all successful entrepreneurs. You have some early failures at the start and you keep going, where most people quit, where it's the logical thing to quit, where it's the sane thing to quit, where the brain says, quit, this is not working, stop doing it. And something makes you want to keep going. That's when you know you're on the right path. So the question today is, I'm curious, what have you had to give up to be the entrepreneur? What opportunities did you give? What opportunities did you give up on? What things did you pass by on because you said, no, I'm gonna focus on this. I'm gonna try to make this thing work. I'm gonna give this my all. What did you give up to get here? Leave it in the comments below. Super curious to find out. I also want to give a quick shout out to Thong Nguyen. Thank you so much for picking up a copy of my book. It really, really, really means a lot to me. So thank you guys for watching. I believe in you. I hope you continue to believe in yourself and whatever your one word is. Much love, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning for another shot of espresso.
I wake up every morning. Espresso keep me going.